Okay guys, I'm on my way to the post office to pick up my order of 30 quail, which apparently only 8 are doing okay. 1 is not doing okay and the rest have passed away. They were supposed to be delivered yesterday. They were not. This is not McMurray's fault. This has to do with postal stuff. So I'm gonna get them home. I'm gonna get them warm. I'm gonna sort through this mess and then I'll call McMurray and see what they want me to do about this. That's sad, you guys. Okay guys, this is Frederick and he's the only one that made it out of 30 birds. This has been a sad, sad day here. There were 18 dead on arrival, 12 were not. This guy was the only one that was up moving around. The other ones I discovered were still alive and I tried, but they were too far gone. So out of 30 birds, I only got 1. I have called McMurray Hatchery and they will replace them. Their chicks are, stop trying to get out of there, buddy. That's not good for you. They're, guaranteed for 48 hours after we get them. And, it's not my fault that the post office didn't deliver them on time. So this is my little quail setup. I've got a swimming pool. They're prone to drowning in waters like this. So I have a jam lid with pebbles in it with the water and the food with the quick grow, the grow gel in it there. So everything this guy needs is in here, but friends, I don't know how he's gonna do. But he's been running around all day. Like since I got his beak in water and he got warmed up, he's been running around. So I don't know how long it will take them to get me more chicks, but until then, this guy is on his own, which is going to be very weird. But we'll do what we have to do. Hopefully he doesn't make it out of here. That would be bad. If he makes it out of here and can't get back in the middle of the night, we got problems. I might have to get some wire. Anyway, this guy's been named Frederick. Don't ask me why. John named him Frederick. So Frederick he is, even if it's a girl. We'll call her Frederica. Whew, okay. It is very hot out today. I'm really hoping you guys, 3 times the charm with quail. I did not film my second quail delivery. Hold on, these guys are stressed. Let me get them into their cage. This is the cage I got them in. They're stressed, so I'm gonna go ahead and put them in their new cage real quick and get them settled with some electrolytes. Okay, these guys are definitely not as robust as chickens. Let's put it that way. I've had 2 quail chick deliveries from McMurray Hatchery. Both deliveries were delivered a day later than they were supposed to be by the post office, and most of them were dead on arrival. So I've given up on that and I found someone who had a breeding trio, right? So I was gonna go over there tonight and get the breeding trio while she's transferring them from their habitat to this cage that she kindly gave to me because they are moving out of state. The male took off, he got away. So I have 2 females, I still need a male. These guys are stressed. I'm hoping they'll calm down and get used to this. Cage, this is not our permanent location. Once again, I have birds in my garage. The permanent location will actually be outside. It's kind of stuffy in here. I'm gonna get a fan in here before I go. Anyway, I am trying to start a quail operation and so far I've met with a lot of adversity. But this is where I'm at right now. I've got 2 darling little females that I need a male so that they can breed. But for now, at least I'll have quail eggs. Okay, the larger one seems a lot less stressed out than the smaller one. We'll see how they do overnight in here. We've got a box fan out to get us some airflow because it's not too hot in here, but it is stuffy. Okay, so I filmed a little bit of my pickup with my first batch of quail from McMurray Hatchery. And like I said, the post office delivered them a day later than they were supposed to. They're supposed to rush them. They're supposed to be here by a certain time of a certain day, and they were not. So most of them, about 18, were dead on arrival. About 11 or so were barely alive and one was alive, but none of them made it past the 48-hour mark. So this time around, so they were either going to give me a credit or send me new chicks, and I decided to go ahead and try it a second time. Okay, so on Friday morning, I got the call. But Thursday night I had been over there because my daughter had a ballet recital and I had a feeling they were going to call me during the recital, and which they didn't. But I went over there just to make sure that the birds were not at the post office because they were supposed to be there Thursday by 6. And I was afraid of what was going to happen, like it happened last time, which is what happened. I get a call Friday morning. They said, "Oh, we have live birds for you." I'm like, "But are they? Are they live birds?" "Well, we don't know, but they're here." I'm like, "Okay." So I go down there and pick them up. It looks like they're all dead. Your minimum order with McMurray is 30, and that's how many I ordered. I was able to get 5 out of the box that were still moving a little bit, and I tried, but I didn't try as hard as I had the last time because I knew that they were probably too far gone. And I was right, they were. So I called McMurray, and they gave me a credit towards my chicken order that is coming in August, and that's fine, that's great. I realized that this is, well, first of all, quail are just not as robust as chickens, but they don't really usually have a problem mailing them in the mail. I think it's just the post office doesn't have their poop in a group, is what it comes down to. So I'm not gonna order them through the mail anymore because I don't want more quail to die. So I found a breeding trio here from someone who is moving out of state. And I went to pick them up tonight, but when she tried to get before I got there, when she tried to get the male in, he got away. So I have 2 females. Now I'm looking for a male, unless he shows up at her house and she calls me. So that means I have eggs. If they lay tomorrow, I'll have fertilized eggs. If they do lay tomorrow, if they're not too stressed out to lay, I'll go ahead and try to incubate those eggs. But for now, I'm looking for a male Coturnix quail so I can have a breeding trio. And that's what I was gonna start with. Let me show you my setup. Cage setup, and this was the most reasonable that I could find. It has 2 holes, and I got 3 of these, so that means I have 6 holes. So I can have a breeding trio in each hole. I could probably have up to 3 females with a male, but I don't like this space. I would rather have them have more space. So what I'm probably going to do is have a couple of breeding trios and then use the other cages for growing out meat birds. But we'll see what happens. This is all new to me at this point. So right now they're stressed. I have a fan in here. I'm going to turn off the light over them and leave the other light on tonight. This larger one is a pretty robust bird. She's larger. She was born missing an eye. She's already eating. This one's a little upset. I don't know how she's going to do. I've shown them the water. This is a quail. This is according to my feed store, this is what you use to water quail. I put a little bit of electrolytes in the water. I think she's going to be just fine. We'll see how this one does. This is not their permanent spot. They're going to be outside, but I don't have the outside area set up for them yet. So this is where they're going to be for now, for the next couple of days until I get that set up. I'm just actually concerned. I'm concerned a raccoon can't get under here. If I can put my hand under here, a raccoon can, basically. So my goal would be to hang these and also use a type of electrical shocking mechanism kind of, down in here where the quail can't get it, but that will zap a raccoon to keep them out of the cages. But that would be outside where they have airflow and yada yada. So anyway, this is the beginning of my quail setup here at Plumfield Farm, and we will see how it goes. So far, hopefully the 3rd time is the charm, people. All right, this is Real Life Prepping out.